Our design challenge was to create a novel enrichment feeding device to be used for Ayeaye lemurs housed at the Duke Lemur Center. Ayeyes are nocturnal lemurs native to Madagascar. Ayeyes utilize an acoustic feedback system by tapping on wood surfaces to listen for cavities in trees that house potential prey. Ayeyes break through natural material by gnawing, then retrieve prey by using their long, thin middle finger. Animals held in captivity must adhere to the U.S. Department of Agriculture regulation. Primates must be provided enrichment for psychological well-being. Our device should promote foraging behavior, extend feeding time, encourage chewing and foraging, and require Ayeyes to problem solve.
In the development of our final prototype, it was very important for us to keep in mind the natural feeding behaviors of the Ayeyes. In doing so, we decided the best solution would be one that mimics the tunnels that they search through in natural trees in the wild. So, when it came to time to design our final solution, we incorporated these metal groove plates so that when the wood goes on top of the plates, it mimics the tunnels in a tree when they're filled with worms. In order to accommodate these plates, we made a sliding tray to incorporate the plates and the wooden part on top with easy setup time, along with a box that'll hold everything together and provide easy access to the wooden window on top. In regards to the plates, we made 4 separate modular plate designs. This allows the keepers at the Lemur Center to change the design of the plates and the tunnels in them every day, so the Ayeyes never get used to the same design, and they have the same challenge of mapping out the plates and finding the best places to chew every day. And this way the Ayeyes will remain entertained and enriched over time, and the value of our solution will not decrease when the Lemur Center keeps using it.
The main heart of our project is the tray with the puzzle pieces. These are the puzzle pieces that replicate the tree roots, and this allows the keepers to put the worms inside of the tray and allows them to crawl around while the lemurs hunt for them. The most important part of this tray is the ability to move around the pieces and have them always connect at 2 locations. And this allows the keepers to mix and match different, almost more than 1,000 designs. And when they're done doing that and mixing and putting the worms inside, they would put the wooden tray over and slide all of this into the box. Once the device is loaded and covered, the tray will easily slide into the box, allowing the keepers to maintain it and lock it to make sure the lemurs don't open it. This device will also be mounted onto a post or wall inside of the zoo and allow the lemurs to climb up and be in a natural habitat while they hunt.
For our design criteria, our target value was to have the device be less than $300. The actual cost of the device, which was the sum of all of the costs of the materials, ended up being around $95, meeting our target value. In terms of enrichment level, we wanted a minimum of 2 hours of foraging enrichment per day, and based on a formula dependent on certain factors such as how many holes it would take for an Ayeaye to access the device and how long it would take to make each hole, we estimated the enrichment time to be about 2.5 hours. In terms of weight, we wanted the device to be less than 10 pounds just for the ease of transport and mounting the device. And after taking a couple measurements of the device, we estimated the weight to be around 8 pounds. In terms of replicability, we did not meet our target value, scoring a 2 out of 5 on our user-defined scale. However, we did realize later that this was a rather optimistic scale. In terms of setup time, we wanted the device to take less than 15 minutes to set up. And after going through a couple trials where we set up the device ourselves, we figured that the device would take around 8 minutes to set up.
At the conclusion of this semester, we plan to give the Duke Lemur Center the resources and materials required for them to continue developing the project. First, more durable materials should be used for the device, as all plastics should be eliminated and replaced with metal. Next, a more streamlined production of the devices should be created. That way, the Duke Lemur Center will be able to create the devices that they would need to feed the Ayeyes. This could be done through collaborations with metal shops across campus. Next, the box should be shrinked to fit the plates more closely. This way, the Duke Lemur Center can cut down on unused space and thus reduce material costs. Next, the device should be installed and tested in the Ayeaye enclosure at the Duke Lemur Center so that the functionality of the device can be tested and ensured.